Alright guys, welcome back. Okay, so ever since I gave that little glimpse of the Lunalight deck, of like how I was utilizing to Synchro summon with it, a lot of you generated a lot of interest and are just waiting on that particular build. I've been working on it for this past few weeks and just trying to figure out how to, I guess, optimize it and basically turn it into a Synchro deck rather than a XYZ deck. Well, you'll see the sequences. It's very freestyle, like it's very it's versatile in the sense that it can possibly, like, but just watch. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? It's pretty neat. It's pretty cool. It's still not finished. It's just something I just been working on, and it's a struggle, right? It's like anything. You just want to be able to Synchro summon. So it's basically, since you keep recurring the level 4s, right? You keep recurring the. See, this play is quite important because this gets all the Lunalights out of your hand, or it can just let you bring back Armageddon Knight, or let you bring back anything. Just let it basically revive something from the graveyard. And the fact that you have that at your disposal because you spam level 4s quite consistently, it seemed right to just play this because you want to be able to, like, if you open a kind of bad, then you just draw 2 more cards, discard 1, you know, get 2 new cards, and establish a grave, right? Or if you could just bring something back. And then I'm utilizing Needle Fiber because it's gonna be released a few days before my regional next month. So I'm trying to make a deck where I can use this, right? Of course, it's not April. It won't be April. Like, it's kind of sad because it's just a little, like a week or a little bit over a week that April. It's just crazy. But I want to make sure if I can make a Synchro deck that can utilize Needle Fiber, I'm gonna try to do it because I want to just do it. I just want to make it work, man. That's all I want to do, just make it work. So like basically, any and all of the. Okay, this is another important sequence, right? It seems like because it's not really like meant to do this in an amazing board. It's end on like Quasar, Blazer, and like, you know, like it's just meant to be consistent, right? It's meant to be viable, and you want something consistent and something that, you know, okay, I can kind of like be clever and outplay and it doesn't just lose outright turn 1 if your thing gets broken, because it's very resilient in that way that you can bring back your Lunalights and try to I guess regain control of the game with like with just spot removal with like Trishula, Koran Gandrax, Satellite Warrior, just demolishing the field presence. And I noticed that, like, the fact that you play Excel, right? You see what I mean? Okay, so right here, if you haven't used your Dugaris, I saw myself like either going to Dugaris here or just going to an Omega. Like that was pretty cool. And or just use this as like a interact to your opponent's turn. So like quick synchro or Excel synchro during your opponent's turn, make a Trishula, make an Omega, make you know what I mean? Like just have the options open. Basically what it's come down to. You, like, of course we know that like it can do 2 particular things, right? It could either I guess extend your combos, right? You just continue and just keep drawing off Liberian, right? But the fact that you can have either do that simplified I guess sequence, or you can do the very versatile like going to Koran Gandrax if you need to, go Churchill if you need to. Like the fact that you can do that consistently is why I really liked and I guess tried out the Lunalight engine. Right, bring it back. So you just go into Omega. That. So cool. Draw 2. Just gonna keep drawing. Because right here you play your main deck in 6 hand traps. So you're playing 3 Imperm, 3 Ash, right? Very generic. And of course you just want to keep drawing into them. Look at that. Crazy. I was trying out this Lunalight Serenade Dance. I ended up cutting it. Like, it's cool, but like I don't know. It just seemed like it was a bit excessive. I felt like I'll put the deck at the end so you can check it out. But let me do it. This is horrible, dude. I just fucking was lost. Like, I lost everything. Like, what the heck? I lost so much. Yeah, and I chained the Needle Fiber because I wanted. off of that one thing, right? You want to make sure I just be able to just draw something, maybe not like an like just another thing before I lost my board. And I'm playing against Morphronics. This guy was a fan. He's a subscriber too. It's awesome. I run into you guys a lot. You guys are always on here on Yugioh Pro, and you guys just testing and grinding out decks. That like that's the exciting part about it, right? Like not many people do that because it's not really within them, you know. But like people like us, like we just want to create something. It's just exciting, right? Like of course you get burned out sometimes when you need to take a break, but most of the time. You're like, let's say you're somewhere, and then you're like, oh, you just get like a crazy idea, and you go home and you turn on Yugioh, bro. I don't see why he if he left the Herald, I think he would have hurt me more, but he wasn't sure what I was playing, you know. But yeah, I mean, a Palooza, I guess, is cool. So this hand's kind of weird, but like, look what I mean. Look at this, it's pretty cute. Look at that, so cool. He negates. I'm not sure why he negated that. Then I just go Tiger, right? And then I just, like, you don't have to, like, do everything before the battle phase. That's what I like about this deck, right? You can do after the battle phase, which is cool. You can just, like, pick your opponent's board apart by going Trish, Korangander, acting, you know, Yazi, climb into Needle Fiber. Like, it's really cool. Look at this. And then just pop. Luckily, he had that token. Otherwise, I would have been pretty whack. Man, it's amazing. Look at that. Cool. I'm having mixed feelings with Steam, right? I'm having really mixed feelings. Like, I don't know, like it's cool, but like I'm not sure. I don't know. Yeah. Let's keep trying this. Oh, one fun fact, right? Before, when I first made the deck, this didn't make the cut. Like it hardly came up. But then the more I tested, this is why it's good to test. You got to keep testing so you know what comes up and what doesn't, right? Let's say you do 10 games, and then a Stardust Charge doesn't come up, but then you do 30 more games and it just comes up 30 more times. Like, that's crazy. So you gotta keep testing to see what comes up and what doesn't. And this is just amazing. It's basically not the formula Synchron. You just keep digging through your deck, and just the fact that it can attack all of your opponent's special monsters is huge as well. You just attack, and I was thinking of playing Armory Arm because it can OTK if you just attack all of your opponent's monsters. They take the damage. Look at that. Get rid of the last card in his hand. Look at that. It's crazy. He does that, reborns it, and it's impermanent, and it's over. A lot of these guys were like it was kind of hard to get replays because a lot of the people quit, and that's really annoying. Like you're like going off, and you're like, oh dude, look at what I just did. Like, it's pretty crazy. Like, you just do this amazing play, and then they just get like salty and they just quit. You know, it's so annoying because it cuts the replay short. It's not like you can continue after, you know, like on Dueling Book where you could just, it doesn't matter if they quit, it's fine. You just continue, and then you can still see the rest of the replay of what you could have done, right? So playing against a new Rocket deck. This Rocket deck is pretty cool. But normally what happens is, you just need Bureau and Chain to the effect of Savage. Is that kind of similar to Solid? Pause. I was hoping for him to negate, but he didn't negate. What the hell? Okay, so let's go with Dark Worm. I was like, bait the spheres. Right, bait the spheres. I knew he would bounce it. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Like, at this point, I don't think he knew what I was playing. It's really weird. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this. It's crazy. What are you gonna do? I think he should have popped something. I think he popped something here. I can't remember what it was. Watch, you see what I mean. Yeah, I'm not sure if could he have gone quickly. Target one face of card you control short, and if you do switch them. Yeah, I think he was unaware of what the deck was meant to be doing. So I think he was holding off. Because I'm pretty sure you could pop itself, then trigger this guy to pop a card in the field. Like, if you pop my guy, I mean, I would be forced to go into the Garas and then try to do something there. But luckily he didn't. But that's the point of the game, right? You're not meant to know. It's after the fact, in hindsight of, oh, I should have popped it. Oh yeah, but after you knew of what I was meant to do. So like, you can't really use that as an excuse because you were like anticipating already in your own logical mind. So I was like, you held on because you thought it would pay off later, but like, it didn't. So that's the point, right? And then they go into Garas. the reason I went to guards because like you're gonna be come across these situations a lot as well. Because the memory tokens, since you can recur so many materials, it's gonna be kind of scary because like you might make a misstep and you're not gonna have enough room. And then that's what that I noticed that happening a lot. So I was like, I'll have to accede into this guy to make room to get. You see what I'm like, just to get the 3 tokens and get the Excel play. And I look crazy. Look what they do. Not bound by links. Like awesome. Look at this. And this build, I was testing out reasoning. Because it's just another special summon, and you have like, of course, you have a bunch of level 4s. But even if they do hit the 4, you have the Dark Worm, you have the Lunar Lights, you can just bring it back. You know what I mean? On this I'll set up Palooza here. Like, look, and the fact that you can do that, you can go up Palooza first before you do anything, which is amazing. I don't see why did he have a chance to draw me? Can't remember if he had a chance to draw me. Yeah, I can't remember. I can't remember if he had a chance to draw me or not. But like, yeah, I just look at this. Look at this. Oh my god. At this point, I was not playing. What's this? Oh my god. This is where like I was like, well, this sucks. I did all this play and then he just and he activates mining. Like, what the hell is that? I was like, I can't out it. I have no out of my deck. I was like, what do I do? So I'm like, okay, what the hell? Let's go. Let's do this. So then I just pass and the end phase goats me, and I'm like. End phase goats. I mean, I guess he's gonna make a push, right? Like, I think I would have waited a little longer. Like, I don't know. Like, you could just wait a little longer and just not done anything. Like, okay. And then I'm like, and then this triggers and it prompted me to negate with Dragster. I was like, no. Oh, then I waited, and then he goes, I activate Compulse. I was like, negate that. The mine's dead. I get my field live again. I was like. That was really weird. I was like, what? I don't know, like, but that's how you evolve as a duelist, right? You become better by just doing all these bad things. Dude, and he's like, I got game. But I was like, how do you got game? Look at this. Look at this. This is the one thing I like about Dragster. Because Dragster, right? Dragster, it's, in hindsight, not many would know, right? Wait, the fact that you can manipulate its level, right, in a gate, and then set up even more synchro plays. Like example right here. This is a perfect example. It became a level 3. Perfect for this. Perfect. It was perfect. It was pixie perfect. Like, people cannot play around that. They just can't. Who in the right mind would know unless they were synchro players? No one would know about this play unless they know what was, you know, like, it's hard to play around, and this is what wins game because you don't know what to play around. You don't know what to play around. What do you do? Okay, buy board. Look at this. Get rid of his board. Look at that. That's crazy. Alright, so here is the deck list, okay? So as many of you would have thought, like, okay, first I was, oh, this is not meant to be there. This is just something I was trying out. Okay, there we go, save. Okay, so, okay, once again, for those of you that keep getting confused, this card right here is not thing. This is just so you can play Master Rule 5. Okay, so I'll just put that there to not confuse you guys any further. Okay, so if you want to play Master Rule 5, just go into the search engine and type in Master Rule and look for this card. And then you can play that and watch your pro. Okay, so back to the deck list. Okay, so, oh, this is bogging me. Hang on. I'll just put this here where it belongs. I like symmetry, right? That's like, there. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Okay, so first off, you play Lunar Light Core. I was trying the trap card. I was playing more than one Martin, but like, you don't need more than one Martin. Like, either way, you can put it back with a Mega. So it's like, it was a bit much. So the Lunar Light engine is quite simplistic. There's 3 Chick, 3 Tiger, 1 Martin, and the 3 Reborns, right? Because that's how you make your you recur your for a Palooza. You make the Digaris. You use those to make your Librarian with the level 1 tuner that you bring out with the Nino Fiber. Yeah. So then I wasn't playing 2 formula, but it kept coming up to where, like, I wasn't even playing Starlight Warrior at first. Like, I was playing this guy. I was playing, what was I playing? I can't remember what I was playing, but it's an evolving deck. It's just a constant grind, trying to find what extra deck. synchronizes together. You know, like Synchro is meant to flow properly and effortlessly, because that's the point, right? And once you, it's kind of weird because like some people build the main deck off of the extra deck, and some people build the extra deck off of the main deck. So it really depends on what it is your intentions are. And a lot of you ask me like, oh, so many of you just send me pictures of what your deck list is. I was like, well, like 90% of the time, it's basically the same exact deck list I showed you guys. It's all good, it's all good. But I'm just saying, like, just for future references, like I can't really comment on something that's exactly the same as the build I just showed you. Like if you made like drastic changes, then I can give my input. But most of the time, it's like the same exact build. I'm like, this is the same exact build, but I you know, like, what can you do? But yeah, that's how it is most of the time. Like, it depends on, let's say there's a particular synchro you want to bring out, a particular like favorite card, a nostalgic card, and you want to bring it out, right? That is a major influence in how you're building your deck, because you want to make that particular boss monster that's so dear to you. So that's one way of building decks. Of course, it's more of a casual thing if it's not meta relevant, right? Like I wanted to play I wanted to play Crystron, this guy, right? Like, or even Sided at least, right? I was playing this at first too, because yeah, that's what it was. I was playing this and this instead of the Formula and the Silent Warrior, because like the fact that you can end phase like just banish all spells and traps, it's insane. Like it's crazy. Like you just, you know. But like I think the Satellite Warrior play was coming up much more. And plus, like, if I can go Need of Fire, bring out Formula Synchron on my opponent's turn with the Librarian, it lets me draw 2 more cards for like the following turn, or just draw into Ash that I might have not have had if from the cards I drew, you know. So I think this play was more, because this comes up much more, like making a Crystal Wing and Need of Fire, bringing out this, drawing 2, and then using the Crystal Wing, negating effect, and then when they're about to think they're gonna be clear, just nuke their board. Like that's. Like, it's great. Like, those type of plays, you just can't play around. Like, you just can't. Like, unless it's a common thing, then you're not going to be able to know or expect it. But, yeah. Like, so far, I like the extra deck. Extra deck was fine. Appaloosa is a little bit of in the expensive side. It's pretty expensive. But, yeah, it's just so crucial, the fact that you can do that. Because, like, the fact that you can just make Appaloosa with just before anything on your 5th summon is huge. Because all you need is the Lunala engine and any tuner, and then that cycle that starts off your little snowball of going to Fiber, and then bringing back, going to Librarian, and little by little drawing off Librarian, and then drawing more cards, and then that's how you slowly gradually build up your board into at least minimum getting like a dragster with like Imperm and Ash at least, you know. But yeah, it's still a work in progress. It's something that I've been working on for the past few weeks, and it's not bad. It's pretty cool. It's very it's not like one hit wonder where you just do everything on turn 1. You know, of course you do a high sequence on turn 1 combo, but then you can follow it up the following turn by making your Silent Warrior, your Christian Crown. You don't have to like spot removals. This is basically your board breakers basically. And then like to initiate your combo, you set up the Dragster and the Omega, right? That's like your initial alongside Ash and Imperm. That's how you initiate the turn. And then once you survive, or if you survive, then you have the established breakers, right? The board breakers, which is these guys. But dude, go ahead and try it out. I was playing one Dark Worm. But you just want to open Dark Worm because you can pendulum summon in your hand. You know, like it's just so good, the fact that you pendulum summon in your hand. And then but yeah, like I've already changed this deck. The only reason I'm showing this deck is because I was initially going to play this for the original, but I think I found a better build, and I'll show you guys that. I guess I'll just show you guys that. But it's still work in progress. The minute I feel like it's a little bit, like this build, I don't think I can do much more to it unless I just change the extra deck, or if you guys know cards that I'm unaware about, then I'll revisit the deck list and then add that, see what that does. But yeah, I've been just trying a new build, and I'm liking it. It's pretty cool. But this is basically like, it's similar to this build, but you kind of get the idea of what it's meant to be doing. But that's gonna be. Hopefully enjoy the video. Like, subscribe if you haven't, and thanks for watching.